Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
Object to the container or web service, which will be going to create or establish the connection to the server. So once you have created, see here you can see that this is a static block, which means during only once this block will be loaded, and whenever you have whenever you are going to process the client request, this URL object will be going to created only once, because we won't be changing the URL object because this is related to the server. So we'll be going to it's necessity for us for loading only one time into the memory. Once after you have created an URL object, there are two methods available. Get temperature conversion SOAP. Get temperature conversion SOAP with no parameters, and here you can see that web service feature ... features. So what kind of a parameter is this? Can anyone tell me what kind of a parameter is this? We have discussed in Java features class. Yeah, Priyanka. Sorry. This is Verox. If you guys remember, this we had discussed in our traditional Java features class. Are you guys able to memorize now the Verox arguments? Yeah, thanks for the rest of the people. I have seen the response from 3-4 people. Yeah. Yeah. See, don't forget any core Java features, because you will definitely going to get at any point of time. If at all, if you move to any of the advanced concepts, you will definitely going to get all the core Java concepts. Okay, here they are using one particular method, which is get temperature conversion SOAP. So by using this temperature conversion SOAP, on the top what we have mentioned, this is a service. Go to your service now. Your service consists of a port. So what is the name of the port? Your name of the port is temperature conversion SOAP. So for this particular one, they have provided a getter method. So once you have created a service object, you can call the getter method to retrieve the port. So once you have retrieved the port, you have the access to all the methods by using the port. Just now only we have seen all the methods, how to access by using port type. So your starting place is temperature conversions, which is your web service client, which got created, and after that you will be going to call the method get temperature service conversion SOAP, which will be going to internally call super.getPort, which means it will be going to call your service getPort method. So there it will be going to establish the connection to your server at the specified IP address. This method will do that particular part. What are all the next classes? Get temperature conversion SOAP type IMPL. As mentioned, this is just an implementation for your SOAP type, which consists of a dummy implementation for all your methods. So no need to bother about this because we are not going to call these methods. Now go to your actual client code. This is your actual client code. You can see the temperature conversion SOAP type underscore temperature conversion SOAP underscore client. See, at any point of time, your queue name specifies the namespace or XML qualified namespace, and your WSTL is or your JAX-WS is very strict about the queue name. If you didn't specify the slashes or the elements properly, it won't call the web service. Here we are using the standalone client. You can see that I'm using the main method. Come down. Here you can see that I'm creating an object for temperature conversions. Temperature conversions is nothing but your service. I'm creating an object for your service, and where is my class? And once after that, I'm calling the get temperature conversion SOAP, which means it will be going to retrieve a port for me. See, just for our understanding, they have used the object name as port. Go to your WSTL. So you are asking temperature conversions dot get temperature conversion SOAP, which will be going to retrieve a port object. So what you will think is you will be going to create one object and will be going to retrieve a port. But normally what it will do is it will be going to contact the server and will be going to establish the connection at that time, and will be going to handle, you can think like it will be going to handle an object for you from the remote location. Once you got the port object from the port, where is your port? So from your port, you have the access to all the methods like Celsius to Fahrenheit or wind chill in Celsius or the vice versa kind of stuff, any kind of methods. So just like how you will be able to access the methods from an object, in the same way here also you will be able to access those methods. Where is my client? So once you got the port, so if you place port dot, you will be able to see all the methods that are available with respect to your port. So your port consists of all the operations. Go to your WSTL. Your port, see currently what we have done from the service. From the service, we are going to the port, which is this one, and from the port, we are going to all these methods. That's what we are doing. Now, if you call a method, like execute the method with respect to, let us say I'm passing one value. So currently this one is converting from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So just place it as 0 as of now. And I don't want to work on remaining methods. Just comment those stuff. I'm just interested only to work on converting Celsius to Fahrenheit, and I'm passing 0. And underscores and all are available. If you want, you can just change the names for your convenience, or else leave it as it is. So finally, it will be going to call the method Celsius to Fahrenheit, and we'll be going to pass the value. It was in big decimal format, and it will be going to respond back with some value, and I'm just printing that value. And here we have mentioned about WSTL location, which is nothing but our URL. So our URL, currently we are not at all talking to our local server. We are talking to some location which is webservices.daehosting.com. This particular location we are talking now. I'm connected to internet, so I can easily send a request over the internet to the service provider, and I can contact the service and can get the response. So let us go and execute this program now. Normally it won't take that much time. My system is very slow. Invoking Celsius to Fahrenheit, and you can see that it has sent the request to that, and it was able to receive the response as 32. For 0 it is 32, that is correct. Change the value and enter some other number, 20. Probably it will return as 64 kind of stuff. $68. So the service provider is up and running, and we are able to communicate to the service provider over the web, and we are able to retrieve the result. Are you guys able to understand now at least some of the elements that are available, and what is the purpose of all those elements, and how those elements are related to WSTL file? Is that clear? Sort of. Okay. Yeah, we'll discuss that question once after the class, Sandeep. No, it's not at all required. I just explained only for your purpose. The next topic is how to handle the fault related stuff. So create the web service for this. Thus my server is up. Deploy a web service. See, currently I have created a web service using dynamic web project. So that means I can just copy the related files like webinf and metainf to the Tomcat location, and I can deploy the file. I can deploy the application. I'm sorry.
Okay, Krisha. My question was, are we going to do something different with respect to web service when compared to a regular web application in terms of deployment?
No, you can directly deploy it as a normal application, normal web application to the Tomcat server. If you want to deploy it in using, if you want to deploy it, sorry, I distracted with some other question. If you want to deploy using enterprise server, so you have the option of writing the AND script, and your AND script consists of the tools like WSTL to Java, whatever that we have discussed with respect to Apache CXF. You just need to provide such information like what is the tool name, WSTL to Java that you want to perform, and give the name of the WSTL file, and provide the location for source files and the location for dependent class files. So all those information will be going to provided with the AND command, and it will be going to generate the required files for your Java objects or the JAXB classes, and you will be going to wrap it up using a WAR file, and will be going to deploy into the server.
Okay, Krish. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, those ant command will be going to discuss during this weekend or next week, but once after that we'll see how to generate the war file using ant script. Yeah, I guess Varlakshmi has asking another question here. Where are we using marshalling and unmarshalling like we used in JAXB? It's not required for us to do. The process will be taken care by our JAXWS. All that it needs is the JAXB classes available, and the marshalling or unmarshalling and everything will be going to do internally by your JAXWS, and then it will be going to wrap up the SOAP layer and then communicates with the server. Yeah, I want to generate in the same project level. Apache Access CXF 2.x. The reason why I have explained the marshalling and unmarshalling is just for our understanding purpose how the Java object is converted to an XML. Did we clear the client? Anytime, create an SEI, Service Endpoint Interface. Ops, calculation, service. Select one method, click on next. Generate client only, no need of going for server. Finish. The same example, what I have done is instead of placing it as an integer, we have converted that into string values now. So the parameter can be accepted by using strings. So we'll see what happens if we pass the string values now. String operations, the server code, it got deployed onto the Tomcat. Go and verify the WSDL that got generated. So this is the WSDL that got generated by our Apache CXF, and this is the endpoint location. Go and verify in Internet Explorer whether it was opening the WSDL or not. It was opening the WSDL. So the application was deployed properly onto the server. It's the same WSDL instead of integers. Now it consists of string values. This is the only change. Now the client code, it was there in a separate project. So in the same way, it consists of some classes related to JAXB and Object Factory and our standard 4 classes. Go to our port client. Verify whether the WSDL location was pointing correctly or not. Yes, it is pointing correctly. come back to the method and change the values. So currently I'm entering 10, 35. Just trigger a request whether we are able to receive the positive response or not. Java application. Invoking add.result equal to 45. So that means our service is working fine. Now I'm just stopping the Tomcat server here because it will be going to collide with my client. I will start from my normal Windows. Apache Tomcat. Web apps consist of string operations. Fine. Go to bin. Startup. See, our client and server both are available at the same location. So if we make use of the same, then the logs will get overridden. Now the request will be going to trigger here, and we can see the server processing in our Tomcat. Server got started. Go and execute it now. This is the SOAP that got generated. Yesterday we have seen this. Argument 10 and argument 35. Finally, it will be going to respond with return value, which is 45. Now go and change this to some string. See, normally it should throw an exception at the server level itself, because our ops calculation here we are doing. Here what we are doing, we are converting it into an integer. So while converting, the parseInt method will be going to throw a number format exception. Go and run the program now. What happened to this? Why it is not processing the request? It was in running mode. Let me restart the Eclipse. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at the elements. See, until now, how we are receiving the response? Yeah, Srinath, go ahead.
Krish, actually, I'm sorry, I'm not able to really catch everything. But can you just at a high level give me it's state the bullet points, when you need to create a web service. So basically what I understood is you created a straight, same plain old simple Java class, and then you use the Apache CXF utility to create to convert that thing into a web service. And after that, what are the things that we need to check, to run that thing? Could you state that as just a high level points again? I know you went through all the different files. I was trying to, catch, view, but I was not really able to catch everything. So can you just at a brief at a high level, what are the things that we need to do, we need to look for after those classes are generated to run that?
Yeah, what you can do is you can just go through the yesterday's class, the recorded session.
Okay.
You'll be definitely able to place all the required files, and what you can do is you can create one web service application. Just write a small class in your Eclipse and configure the Apache CXF.
Okay.
And once after that, just follow the recorded session. You'll definitely able to understand all the class files created.
Okay, I was looking for just 4 or 5 bullet points that I need to do, but.
Oh yeah, correct. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. And more, and in today's class also I have explained the same whatever that we have discussed yesterday. I just elaborated them and explained it again one more time. So did you miss any of the points, or are you not able to understand any of the stuff that I have explained?
I think, just like going between the files, it's just way too fast for me. I'm not able to really just,
okay.
Pay really by the time I catch one thing and really sinks in, it's really fast. We move on to the next thing. But it's okay. I can go back and listen to the recording and then try to get that. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, because what I want to show is I just want to show the interaction between the WSDL and the Java conversion. And by looking at the WSDL file, I guess the code will be easy to understand.
Okay.
If you are able to understand the WSDL file, by looking at the WSDL file, then by looking at this WSDL interaction, it will be very much easy to understand how our Java code communicates between these elements.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, if at all, if you are not able to, then let me know. Okay. Yeah, let us execute it now. Why it is not able to process the request? And there are no error messages also. Let me debug this one. Problem with our Tomcat server. Why it is not taking the request? It was not able to open the WSDL file. Let me restart our Tomcat server. Oh. Oops, something got piled off. Did we make our code, server code? Public string add, taking 2 parameters, add operation called, num1 plus num2, system.out.println, some value, return string.value of sum. Just the basic method. Do you have the throw exception? Actually, it was not required for us to throw an exception. SOAP should handle the exception that got generated, and it was supposed to return back to the client with a SOAP fault message. That's what I'm trying to see. Yeah. Let me go over the error message. So currently what are we doing here? We are just sending the argument 0 and argument 1 and 2 numbers, but the first one we are sending it as a string and the second one as a number. Invoking add. Here it has reached, the request has reached to the server. Go and verify at the top level. The request has reached. You can see that argument 0 as string and argument 1 as 35. And here it was displayed the message add operation called. This is at the server level. And here it has thrown an exception. You can see that for input string str, number format exception has occurred. But at the server level, we don't have any handling for the exception. So that means what it will do is, see, whenever a method was not capable of handling the exception, where the exception will be thrown, the exception will be going to thrown back to the caller method. So the caller method for this is our web service or your CXF. So our CXF will be going to read that particular error message and it will be going to create a SOAP fault exception message. Let us copy this one. Go and create an XML file.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.